putting more power into your hands when it comes to paying for mounting medical costs. Thanks to new regulations set forth by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, hospitals are now required to be more transparent about how much services are going to cost you up front.
ABC Action News reporter Vanessa Riza going in depth this morning on this, searching through detailed reports on dozens of hospitals in the Bay Area to find out which ones are being compliant and which ones still need to make some changes.
I have a lot of bills, but they're probably from 5 or 6 different agencies.
Susan Potier had never been so sick in her life that she had to go to the hospital. That was until March of last year.
I woke up like 5:36 a.m. I was asleep, and I felt this pain running through my chest and my arm, and I've never had anything like that before.
A rush to the ER led to a number of tests and a diagnosis of a possible stroke or heart attack. She was sent home that same night, along with tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills that would come soon after.
With the insurance, I think I racked up probably, I would say like 75 to 90,000.
The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, also known as CMS, along with nonprofit group PatientRightsAdvocate.org, are trying to put the pricing power back in the hands of people like Potier.
Patients have been blind to know prices before we get care. Blindsided oftentimes by outrageously overcharged medical bills. And then we're expected to pay with a blank check.
Cynthia Fisher is the founder of the nonprofit. It was born during the Obama administration to create more transparency between the consumer and hospitals. She's seeing that fight come to fruition. As of January 1st of this year, CMS is requiring hospitals create an easy-to-understand online file with the cost of services that isn't difficult to read or decipher, giving patients the power to shop around.
It puts consumers in the driver's seat to drive down their costs of health care and win by protecting not only their health, but protecting their physical, mental, and financial health as well.
We did some digging and found that out of 73 hospitals we looked into here in the Bay Area, PatientRights.org stated 30 were not compliant. We reached out to those hospitals for answers and explanations. The CFO for Lakeland Regional Health said in part, quote, "We are fully aware of the CMS requirements that went into effect on January 1st of this year and have made good faith efforts to comply with CMS regulations and will continue to monitor and adjust price transparency disclosures as needed." Encompass Health Hospitals in Largo and Sarasota said the Encompass Health Hospitals in Largo and Sarasota are in compliance with CMS regulations regarding hospital price transparency, and CMS has not indicated otherwise. And BAYCARE Health responded by saying the deficits noted by the nonprofit have little to do with consumer information and more about providing private business information to government and researchers via machine-readable file. For people like Potier, the back and forth of who is right and who isn't doesn't concern her. What does is how she is going to pay the $35,000 that remains attached to her name.
Do you just feel overwhelmed?
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. I don't like this. I've never had debt. We just don't have any debt. This is my only debt because I got sick one time.
CMS is the entity that keeps track of these hospitals and if they are in compliance with the new regulations. A representative with CMS tells me that as of April of this year, they have sent out warning letters to hospitals. As far as which ones and how many, that wasn't specified. And by the way, if a hospital does not comply within 90 days of receiving that warning letter, they could face up to a $300 fine a day. For more information about the hospitals in the Bay Area that fall under the noncompliance, according to the nonprofit organization, head to our website, abcactionnews.com. Vanessa Riza, ABC Action News.